Okay, so my last video when I was talking about my son EQ, I said that I was going to make a video about Noodle. So this is a video about Noodle. Da da da! No, sorry. You still can't see her. Noodle's kind of a long story. So Noodle's 3.5 years old. She recently came into our family about 2.5 months ago. We're in the process of adopting her, so I can't post any of her actual pictures yet, even though it's killing me, or any of her adorable pictures, or sorry, her adorable videos. So for right now, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me, and hopefully I can do her justice by describing her. And in the next 4 to 5 months, hopefully we'll be finalizing her adoption, so she'll be mine, or ours, me and my husband's, and we'll be able to post videos, pictures out the wazoo, so you guys will be able to see her. But anyways, Noodle's story. So I have a family member that was not able to care for her, and so she's been in foster care for the past 1.5 years. I actually heard about Noodle, that she was born right when I got back from my church mission trip about 3 years ago, a couple months after she was born. When I heard about her and that my family member wasn't able to care for her, my heart was broken. I wanted to help her, I wanted to do something, but I had just been in Mexico for 1.5 years. I was going back up to school in Idaho, and I didn't think I could do anything at the time, so I just pushed it out of my mind. And fast forward, a little while later, about a year after I started going to school, I got married to my very handsome Hispanic husband, Victor. And after we got married, Noodle came back into my mind. I was wondering if she was still in foster care and needed a home, and I found out through other family members that she was. But shortly after that, I found out I was pregnant with our honeymoon baby. Woo! All you honeymoon baby moms out there, shout out. Starting off marriage the interesting way. So when I realized I was pregnant, I learned that pregnancy also wasn't what I thought it would be. It was really, really rough on me. Morning sickness every day. If someone opened the fridge, I didn't have to see it. I could smell it. I knew it was going on. I would throw up at pretty much any smell that wasn't like a natural outside, just bland air smell. If it's too strong perfume, made me nauseous. If it was too strong of a bad smell, made me nauseous. So my pregnancy was rough. So once again, Noodle had come into my mind and I had to push her back out. Lo and behold, about 18 months later, when my son had just turned 9 months, I realized that I was feeling pretty good. We had a system down. I wasn't breaking down all the time, thinking that I was doing everything wrong as a mom. I was finally getting the hang of it. So I went ahead and gave CPS a call and let them know that my husband and I were interested. And boom, things happened a lot faster than we thought they would. And within a month, she was in our house and we've signed papers. We're her legal guardians. And we're just waiting until we can finalize the adoption. So now she's here, and when she first came to us, she was really, really, I don't know what the right word is. In her paperwork, they gave me this huge file, no lie. It was probably about this thick of everything, of medical things, of forms we had to sign, of how we can't spank her, and da-da-da-da-da. But anyways, in one of her medical records, it said that she had like a chronic melancholy attitude and or demeanor, and it was really sad because we could see that in her. If you looked at her, she generally kind of had a kind of zoned out, just not a normal happy 3-year-old face. So me and my husband would work really hard to randomly pop up and do silly faces. Things like that, just to make her laugh, because she just seems so solemn, and that's what her previous foster parents told us as well, that it was kind of hard for her to just be happy. And so we tried a couple different things with her, and we started to see some changes. Noodle went from us having to work hard to make her laugh, to make her giggle, to have her talk, to her being a nonstop talker, to her being so giggly and silly that she can't focus on doing what she's doing. And the change we've seen in her has been so amazing. And so that's been one of the things that inspired me too, is Noodle. And just that change in seeing her go from being so shut down and so reserved to being a little bit more open, a little bit more out there, a little bit more curious, and she loves doing anything she can to help. And it's amazing. And all kids have this potential to help and to learn and to grow and to understand really what's going on around them. I know all kids aren't the same. All kids have different learning levels. They meet milestones at different points in their lives. But each kid has a capacity that's greater than what we sometimes see as parents. So she really kind of got the wheel turning, got the cobwebs off in my head, and helped me realize that there's a lot of things that she can and is willing to do. So she's going to be my main little right-hand woman when it comes to testing some of these ideas. And hopefully I'll continue to see some positive reactions that she has to them. So now I need to explain to you why we call her Noodle. Okay, so the reason why we call her Noodle is because she was born with low muscle tone and hyperflexibility, which ironically I was born with both those too, so I get it. Your joints and bones are your joints and muscles are a little bit flimsier than normal people's, so you're a little bit more, you're just more noodly, and that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I've grown up with it all my life, and I've had little repercussions. I was never that good at sports, but that's another story. Anyway, so we call her Noodle mainly because of that, because when she comes up to give us a hug, she just falls into you. Like, have you ever seen those pillows that have like those tiny beads on the inside and they just kind of mold to you whenever you lay on them, and they're super comfy and squishy? Well, that's Noodle. Like, she'll lay on you and she'll just mold perfectly into a little form that fits you. She's not stiff, she's just loosey-goosey. And she actually got a toy the other day from one of her caseworkers that just reminded me so much of how she is. So I'm going to show it to you. Boop. So this is Noodle's unicorn. And her unicorn reminds me of her because she can be running and then all of a sudden just plop effortlessly. And she can be... it's so hard to explain. You try to pick her up and she just goes limp. And that's Noodle. She's awesome. She's super sweet. She's super thoughtful. She's always looking for ways to help. She's always asking how I'm feeling. She's got a gift to she really does have the gift of empathy and the gift of discernment. She knows what's going on around her. She's very awake and she's very smart. I can't hide anything from her, and she's only 3, so fingers crossed for the teenage years. But I love her. We're happy that she's in our family. EQ loves her. And keep watching out for videos of us trying new things with Noodle and me explaining how they went. And I'll be taking pictures along the way so that when I can post pictures of her, you'll be able to see how it went.